Okay, Facebook cut me off. They're like, this girl's talking way too long. I just wanted to kind of sum it up. So it's awesome. Happy 4th. And today oh my gosh, I just ran into like a spider web. So disgusting. Today I start my second podcast called Survivor to Thriver. So I'm going to talk about just the gifts that cancer gave me, the tools I've gained from recovering from cancer, how I transitioned from a victim to a survivor to a thriver. And so I'm really looking forward to sharing that on a day where we're talking about freedom, because the more I've owned my journey, the more freedom I've had. And I started the first live saying, you know, how many of you can relate to just like wanting to sit on the couch and drowning yourself in like, you know, coffee and Game of Thrones? Because I felt like I was struggling with that as I was working through my, kind of wrestling through my media kit for speaking. You know, I'm the fit chick that got cancer, and you know, I've been like, how do I put these pieces of my life back together? And the journey has been it's been so different than what I ever imagined it would have been. It's like a beautiful disaster. Some things have been incredible, and you know, so many fears that I struggled with, I don't struggle with anymore. It's just very different. It's not that they're gone. I just think that I can lean into the discomfort way, way more than I used to. And I'm able to kind of capture it as a gift in my life. And was it teaching me, and how can I give that to somebody else? So, you know, today is the 4th of July in this country, and we celebrate our freedom. And I'm so grateful to be alive in this time, with so much opportunity and so many things available for me to heal from cancer and learn how to be a thriver. So I talked a lot more in my other live about other things. I talked about SIBO and kind of where I'm at with that, and trying to understand what my next steps are with my gut health, and even in my fitness journey, because that's been just I'm still kind of in the cusp of that. I'm almost 5 years cancer free, which is awesome. But working out has been a lot more challenging. And if anybody knew me before, I was like, you know, a fiend in the gym. I loved running. I loved powerlifting. I loved all the things that had to do with sweating and working out. And I'm really excited because I feel like my body is finally strong enough after a lot of therapies and chiropractic care. And I think for myself, realizing that I'm not the same person, my body is not the same, and that's been the hardest thing for me, is to really accept where I'm at and just start over. Start by walking, right? Like, I'm walking today. Like, this is good. So we have to learn how to find that thriver inside of all of us, no matter what, you know, traumas that you have gone through. So just check that out today. Good morning. Check it out today at 10:30. I am actually going to be in the studio with Frito for my first Survivor to Thriver podcast. So I might do another quick live later. And I'm actually, when I get back to my house, I am going to show you. Carrie and I and the Ladies Out Loud podcast have been talking about cleaning up our act all summer. So Carrie has had several autoimmune challenges. I can't believe the amount of people, I'm in my 40s, that have autoimmune issues. It's just, and like sick. I mean, people really, really sick. And so we've been talking about that on our podcast, some of the things she's learning. She's very much in the journey of it right now. But man, she knows a lot. So if you haven't listened to those podcasts, you definitely need to check them out. We talk about products. We talk about food, mold testing. I actually got my mold results back. So now I don't know what the heck it means. I need to call and get my consultation. But I got, there's a couple different areas in my house that showed some mold, and there was like 2 of them that looked like they were like, maybe not so great. So I need to kind of check that out and understand that a little bit more, because that can affect your gut health and allergies and all kinds of stuff. in your house. So great podcast. Hey, Frito. So yeah, but the other thing is I bought some products. Carrie's been kind of sharing with me. I've always bought things like organic, gotten rid of a lot of those chemicals. In fact, it's kind of funny because I got cancer and I was all like into natural products and all of that. And then I went, well, to hell with it. Like I got cancer anyway. I'm just going to go grab the, Cascade and, whatever the cleaners that we use. I can't even think. I went Fabuloso. I remember my little, this lady used to come and watch my kids. She was so sweet. And she would clean my house. She'd be like, I'll clean your house for you. And she would clean it with Fabuloso. And I guess that's like a trademark thing for people in the Hispanic community. I didn't even know. So I was like, okay. But after cancer, I was like, well, screw this. Like, I'm just going to go get the chemicals again. I mean, what difference does it make? But, I kind of got back to myself and I bought a couple other things. I got a water filtration system put in my house about 2 months ago, and it's awesome. Like the water is so good, like I want to drink it more. And when I taste the bottled water now, it doesn't even taste good. It's so funny how that is. And my hair feels good because the water is not so, it doesn't have so many heavy metals. I had high levels of chlorine in my water. But in that, when I purchased this, I also got like 5 years of this like pure and clean product line, and we've checked it out with, Carrie has an app that she kind of looks through all the products, and all of them seemed really good. So it's kind of like Shackley, where they send you it and then you have the bottles and you pour the water in with it. And then, but there's still some other things I didn't have. Like I am a big fan of the Lysol wipes, okay? Because I really don't like cleaning, but like we have to. So Lysol wipes are like my best friend because I can just take those and open them and like everything can be like clean and smells fresh and all of that. Well, I found some that, actually Carrie found some that are kind of the thumbs up for being green and toxic free. And did you know that there is a difference between the words toxic free and non-toxic? Okay, so like that, see, here's the thing. When you start to research this stuff, when you're sick, if you're not sick, you're like, who cares? Like, why are you even telling me this, Tracy? But when you're sick and you can't figure out what's wrong with you, and you have allergies and you have all this inflammation and stuff, you start investigating. And the language on products is really important. And I knew this with food, but I didn't realize, all the things with products. And so if it says non-toxic, this is non-toxic, there is still room. It doesn't have to, there's like a percentage that they have to keep it within of the chemicals that they put in something. If it's toxic free, this is what Carrie told me, then it's free from toxins. So that's just a little food for thought on your 4th of July. So when I get home, I'll show you guys the products I got. Just if you're interested in cleaning up your act with your products that you use in your house, because the more we can get away from things that are toxic for our bodies, the more healthy we'll be, the better we'll feel. Our hormones won't be disrupted. And, that's the thing. We live in a great country and a great time, but we also live in a lot of chemicals in this world. So, all right, guys, I am going to finish my walk here, and then I will show you when I get back home some of those other things. Check out Ladies Out Loud podcast, Ladies Out Loud Network. If you're interested in being a podcaster, send me a message. Let's have a conversation about that. If you're interested in sponsoring an all-women's podcast network, reach out to me too. I got some information I can send you on that. And then finally, Survivor to Thriver. That is my new podcast coming out, and it's just basically conversations of overcoming with overcomers and tips and tricks to put in your toolbox on how to be a thriver. All right, you guys have an awesome 4th of July. Be safe. All right, have fun.